Jazzcast Pros.
Today, I'm not going to keep you long, sounding like my pastor, but I want to circle back on keeping these New Year's resolutions, right? We celebrated the New Year, happy damn New Year, right? And so here we are in the middle of January. You may be wavering. Are you still holding on to those resolutions or have you let them go? What's going on? I want to know where you are on your resolution journey. And again, today I'm going to give you 3 tips to help keep those New Year's resolutions.
Welcome to Healthy Illness Podcast. I am your host, Kelly Marie, and this is the podcast all about helping you build healthier relationships while living with mental health conditions. Like, subscribe, share, all of the things. Check out Jazzcast Pros Network. Not just Healthy Illness Podcasts, but all of the podcasts on the network are absolutely amazing. And I'm just incredibly excited and honored to be a part of the work that's happening on Jazzcast Pros Network. To that point, we're coming up on our 100th episode. The countdown has begun. We are just a couple episodes away from 100, and Jazz and I got some stuff planned for the 100th episode. So if you do not get the updates, right? If you are not signed up on the Front Seat Life website, which is frontseatlife.com, to get updates about the podcast, about the work we're doing, head over there. Throw your email into the web form, and that way I can keep you in the loop of all the things that are happening.
Today's episode is all about your relationship to self and keeping those New Year's resolutions. The 3 things we're going to talk about, and the first one is a no-brainer, especially if this is not your first podcast with me, is not to make resolutions in the first place. That's number 1. Don't even make them. Number 2, set realistic goals. Number 3, it's okay to modify. So first things first, I feel like I'm converting you into this no resolution adoption cult by, and maybe I am, right, by suggesting, and I'm a little under the weather from traveling, and the air quality here in India, recording location in India. Air quality here is not good, so it's having a little impact on my breathing. So bear with me there. But yeah, I feel like I'm converting you by, just sharing my first step to being successful, which is, not adopting resolutions to begin with. And so that's what you do, cool beans. Like, that's what you do, rock out with it. If you waver on it, or if you don't have a solid reason for adopting a New Year's resolution, my question would be why? Why do you have them? Why do you do it? Is it because that's what everybody else does? Is it because you're looking to make change and you don't know where to start? Like, figure out why you're adopting these resolutions to begin with, because that will help you, 1, craft better resolutions, but 2, knowing your why helps you stay focused in times of need or doubt. So that is really key. Go to step 2. If you are past number 1, you actually made resolutions for this year, you're going to keep them. I can't persuade you to just throw them out the window and make a change today. Do better, quote unquote, and to never do such and such thing again. It's admirable, right? To be on this quest to do better, to, want to give ourselves something to aspire to, to have these life goals that we can work towards. But why? Like, why do you have these goals? What are the actual goals? And do your resolutions reflect what those actual goals are? So if your reasoning is, I set resolutions to push myself. If pushing yourself doesn't work, then why do you think it will work now? Is it because, again, other people have resolutions? Are you surrounded by these push myself people that are out there creating these resolutions, and they're of the small percentage of people that keep them? So once you have your why, once you know you want to hit these goals that you've set out for yourself, the second thing is, in creating those resolutions, make them realistic and make them honest. We often come up with things like, I want to lose 15 pounds, or you can lose 15 pounds a lot of different ways. You can lose 15 pounds by getting sick. Do you want that illness, right? You can lose 15 pounds by losing a limb, right? I'm saying this because the brain doesn't know what you really mean. If you say, I want to lose 15 pounds is 15 pounds. But do you want to be healthier, right? Do you want to be able to ride a bike, or do you want to be able to sit in an airplane seat comfortably? Do you want to, have a healthier body and more toned physique? Like, having a number like 15 pounds, while it's specific and actionable, may not be what the real goal is. Have you ever seen these folks out here who started working out and they became muscular and gained weight, but their bodies have gotten much smaller? 15 pounds is different for each person. And I'm just using this example because so many of us out there have said, I want to lose some pounds for, this new year. But apply that same correction, same direction to your life. My roommate's back. So once you set your realistic goals, and again, we're in the middle of January, so you may already have your goals set, right? But here's tip number 3. It's okay to modify. So you have these goals, you have these resolutions, you have these things that you're going to do. So hopefully it's make healthier decisions versus losing a specific number on the scale. But regardless of what it is, it's okay to modify those resolutions. What actually is beneficial to you, what actually is healthy for you, and what is actually actionable. Sometimes we get into this position of setting these resolutions and they are in this box, like it cannot deviate or cannot change. But you made the resolution. So if you made the resolution, you can remake the resolution. You can rebuild it. You can resculpt it so that it actually fits your life. What if you start implementing the tools and you realize, this would actually work a whole lot better if I tweaked it a little bit? You can tweak it and still keep the resolution, right? Because the goal is to be a better you. It's not to just stick to this sentence that I wrote down at the end of the year before. So that's your number 3. So 3 things, 3 tips, 3 ways for you to maintain and keep your New Year's resolutions. First one, not to even make them at all. The second one, make the resolutions realistic and attainable. And then the third one, it's okay to modify. You can add a growth component. Say what you really mean, right? 15 pounds, you can lose them 15 pounds by getting sick. Is that what you really mean? Of course it's not. What do you really mean? And what does that result look like? And then have an accountability partner. That wasn't one of the tips, but accountability partners really work well. Someone who is going to hold you accountable for the things that you say and help you work towards those goals. You agree to check in with each other at specific times and specific ways, whatever works best for you to be able to reach your goals. So there you have it. We are on the big countdown to 100. I can't wait to unveil the episode and actually record the episode. We haven't recorded it yet. It's coming up soon. And then I'm going to dive a little bit more into what I thought India was going to be like and what India actually is like in the next episode. So stay tuned for that one. And if you need someone to talk to, you can always dial 988. That is the crisis line. If you call them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, someone is there to answer your call. You are not alone. There is always someone there to speak with. You can use the text line as well. You text or go into your browser and type in 988. The text line will pop up. And if you're looking for resources, so you have an idea of what you want, or you're looking for a certain type of program in your community, you can dial 211 on your phone or type in 211 in your browser and it'll take you to your local 211 helpline. And then you can do a keyword search for any of the types of services you're looking for. It'll populate that by zip code or by radius. So until then, happy damn New Year and be the light.